Well, here is the garden again, and I'll tell you the reason I'm recording, because I pulled a bunch of the weeds out, and you can see the cucumbers a little bit, but I just planted these green beans a week ago. I don't know if you can see it because it's pretty bright out here shining. But anyways, here's the green beans growing real quick. Doesn't take long for green beans to pop back up. There's the cucumber. That's the only one that's kind of big. But yeah, look at how many of these green beans popped up. And I only planted them like a week ago. And then I bought this electric or battery, what do you call this? Trimmer. So it's like a bush trimmer. So it uses a battery like my battery chainsaw. It uses the same battery. So I decided to buy one of those. And anyways, last week or a couple of weeks ago, I showed you the garden and how overgrown it was, and I hadn't pulled any of the weeds out of it. So anyways, this is what it looks like now, and this is all the peppers. As you can see, there's a lot of peppers popping up here, and after I got all the weeds out. And I actually bought a couple of more cucumbers. That's a cucumber right there, cucumber plant, no cucumbers, and then those are peppers. So I just had to get all the weeds out of the way. And then I planted some more cucumber seeds over here, and all those plants right there is what cucumbers look like when they're first planted and when they first start growing. So I got a few cucumbers here growing, and this is actually a cucumber plant too. After it gets a little bigger, it's got little flowers on there, but I don't think it's big enough to be pushing no cucumbers out of it. It needs to spread out. But there were so many weeds in this pot that the plant couldn't really hardly grow. So I don't know if it's going to make it or not. So here's another cucumber plant, and the leaves are looking really good on that one. I just bought the plants and just put them in the ground. And I bought this pepper plant, but I don't think it's going to make it. It looks like the leaves are all wilted up and drying or dying on it. And then I got some more pepper plants here that was in there already. I didn't plant none of those. Those were already there. So they just need to get a little bigger. And then these made it. I'm planting some more seeds, but I think it's a little late in the year for the pepper plants to make it. But the green beans and the cucumbers grew within a week. So I'd say in another week, they should already be producing some green beans. And but I wanted you to see this. I just planted these a week ago. In this here, I remember I told you my brother didn't till his part of the garden up, so I cut all the grass out of here and tilled it all up, and I planted these green beans, and in 1 week all of these plants are that big. That's a lot of green beans. So it let me know, and I had watched some videos, and I wish I could tell you the name of the guy that told me this, but he said he told me a few things that you can plant in August so that you can have more plants in the middle of the year. But this is about fall, so there's a lot of plants you don't want to plant because by the time winter comes around, they're going to be dead. But these right here are already popped up, so it's not even August yet, but it's real close. And then I got some more different type of green beans down here. They like these were a white bean, and then those over there were a black bean. And then I planted some more of the beans that I already had. You know, I showed you those ones that had the white dead ones. So I just went ahead and took the seeds and put them in the ground or in those tires that are back there. And we'll see if any of those pop up in a week, because I just planted those today or yesterday. And as you can see, everything's growing up real good now, real fast. Okay, so I had made a video about the dark room technology tents that I had. Well, I went ahead and bought another tent, but this one's a lot bigger. This is a 10-man one. I can't zoom it out any, but this is big enough where you could put your cook stove in there and all of your camping equipment, like you know, your food and whatever, and you can use this as just like a storage area while you sleep in the other smaller tents. I don't know how well this is going to do with the rain and the snow, or not snow, but the rain and the wind. So we're gonna try this one out and see if it leaks water. It's a lot bigger. Like, I'm standing up in it right now. You can see that I'm fully, let's see, my head is about up to the roof, but the roof is actually a bit higher up there. So there's plenty of room in here to stand up. I'd say it's probably about 6 foot tall, and it wasn't too hard to put together. It wasn't like a bunch of straight poles. It was straight poles leading into little corner pieces, and then you attach them into another pole. So let me see if I can get up under here and show you that part. So there's a little corner piece there in the corners to do the roof, and then in the center there was a part up there that had 6 little inserts where you can put the poles at, and then this is the little tarp that goes over the top. But we'll see if it holds water out. I'm really doubting it, since it don't really cover the sides that well, but we'll see. And it's very airy, you know, after you open all the windows up. Okay, well, that's my garden again. And then all of this stuff over here was just flowers and things, so I didn't really pull all the weeds up. I'm gonna end up having to mow over that and till it back up for next year. But that is the biggest part of the garden, even though it just had flowers. But I had flowers so that I could get the bees and butterflies to pollinate my plants. And we'll see how much green beans I got. I have a feeling I'm gonna have more green beans that I can eat. So as you can see, I trimmed all the bushes with the new trimmer thing and got them all down because they were sticking way up, especially that grapevine bush growing on top of the old dead tree. So there's the tent and the update on the garden. See you till next time.